The Greedy Merchant. In the bustling town of Eldoria, Elias Greystone, a wealthy merchant fueled by insatiable greed, reveled in the wealth that surrounded him, indifferent to the struggles of those below. Elias's opulence cast a shadow over the modest dwellings of his fellow townspeople. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, a stranger appeared at the outskirts of Eldoria. Cloaked in a tattered robe, the traveler bore an enchanted box known as the Enchanted Coerulus, a vessel said to fulfill any material desire. The air hummed with an otherworldly energy as the traveler approached Elias.
I bring a gift, Elias, the Enchanted Coerulus. It can fulfill any material desire, but be warned, for it comes with consequences.
Consequences? I care not for warnings. Show me the power of this enchanted box.
The traveler, with an air of caution, handed Elias the Enchanted Coerulus and vanished into the crowded town square, leaving Elias alone with the mystical artifact in hand. Eager to satiate his unquenchable desire for wealth, Elias wasted no time in testing the powers of the Enchanted Coerulus. With a mere whisper of desires, gold, jewels, and vast lands materialized, transforming his mansion into a spectacle of extravagance. The townspeople, initially awed by the miraculous display, soon found themselves bearing the weight of Elias's unchecked greed.
The Enchanted Coerulus is more powerful than I imagined. This town will bow to my every whim.
As the once vibrant town of Eldoria succumbed to Elias's oppressive rule, its vitality began to wither. Workers were exploited, and every bit of profit was squeezed from the town's enterprises. Elias, consumed by his insatiable desires, cared not for the suffering he caused. One night, under the moonlit sky, Elias stood on his grand balcony, reveling in the reflection of his own satisfaction. Unbeknownst to him, the Enchanted Coerulus emitted a soft, warning glow.
Greed blinds the heart and poisons the soul. Repent or face the consequences.
Blinded by his desires and arrogance, Elias dismissed the warning, believing himself invincible. The following morning shattered his illusions. The once grand mansion now lay in ruins, a poignant reminder of the consequences of his unchecked ambition. In the midst of the rubble, Elias, now stripped of his wealth and power, faced the harsh reality of his insatiable greed.
What happened? Where is my wealth?
The mysterious traveler reappeared, offering Elias a chance for redemption.
Greed has a price, Elias. Use this second chance wisely.
Humbled and broken, Elias accepted the traveler's guidance. He realized that true wealth wasn't measured in gold and jewels, but in the bonds of compassion and community. Determined to rebuild, Elias sought not to reconstruct his opulent mansion, but to mend his fractured relationships with the townspeople. Working tirelessly to repay debts, Elias approached the townspeople with a changed heart.
I've learned my lesson. Let us rebuild Eldoria together, not with gold, but with compassion.
The townspeople, initially wary, but sensing a genuine transformation, cautiously joined Elias in the efforts to rebuild their community. The once withered town began to flourish with unity, and the lessons learned from Elias's rise and fall became ingrained in the collective memory of Eldoria. The Enchanted Coerulus, having served its purpose, disappeared, leaving behind a valuable lesson. It was a reminder that unchecked greed could lead to ruin, but redemption was always within reach through humility, compassion, and shared responsibility. The townspeople, having learned from Elias's tale, embraced a newfound sense of community and shared responsibility. Eldoria, once divided by Elias's greed, emerged stronger, and the bonds forged during the rebuilding process became the foundation of a more resilient town.
The Enchanted Coerulus served its purpose.
The mysterious traveler, having witnessed Eldoria's transformation, revealed their true identity, a guardian spirit sent to guide the town towards a brighter future. With a final, heartfelt message, the traveler addressed the townspeople.
Eldoria, you have embraced the lessons of the Enchanted Coerulus. Your resilience and compassion have turned a tale of darkness into a story of triumph. Continue to cherish your bonds and nurture the spirit of unity that has flourished within you.
With those words, the traveler disappeared, leaving behind a town that had learned, grown, and prospered through the trials of the past.